she violated. She went to Diddy. She was dating Diddy.
Yes, she had it, but her and 50 weren't together.
Yes, we talked about this before.
What?
You can't go to the rival. You understand that, right?
What the hell you talking about? Since I'm the only thing to talk about, been here from the start. Nah, I don't want your awards, keep your applause.
Shot of Discourse. It's Debtfreedeem, and I am here with...
It's your girl, Yas, guys. What's goody?
Man, today was a day.
Was it?
I don't know when I'm going to release this, but hopefully soon so we can talk about the earthquake, first of all.
Facts.
Let's get that out.
That's wild.
Yeah, things got shaken up. Things got shaken up today.
Harlem Shake.
Where were you at when the...
I was in my bed sleep, and it woke me up out of my sleep. I thought I was having like
you were a
nightmare.
light sleeper.
No, that's how bad it was. I'm not a light sleeper, but that's how bad it was. And I have a like behind my apartment, there's train tracks. So usually it's like a freight train that rides past.
Up, right?
So it's usually I'm like used to the rattling, but today it was different. I woke up and I was like, was I dreaming or what just happened? And I literally didn't process it until when I actually finally got up, because all I did is I jumped up and then I went back to sleep. And when I woke up, Mara had texted me like, "Mommy, did you feel the earthquake?" And I was like, and then I'm in a group chat with like Tamar and Aja and them, and they were like, "Yo, did y'all feel that earthquake?" I said, "That's what that was." I thought that, I don't know what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's crazy. It really was like, I thought my apartment was about to come tumbling down.
That's how I felt. So I was in there.
Back there.
In there. I'm on the phone with Shanice. And then it's just... I'm like, nah, is this an earthquake? She's like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? She freaking out. And I'm like, yo, this is a legit earthquake. So I stand in between the door because, you know, I think that's the safest place to be.
Is it?
I've heard.
Oh, I was going to die then.
Yeah, I heard
the world was coming
when
and
an
tumbling
earthquake
down.
is happening, I think you're supposed to either get one under a table.
That never made sense to me.
Maybe table to protect you if something falls. I don't know.
All the roof is going to fall on me.
Not these like cheap tables. Back in the day, we had strong tables, not these IKEA furniture stuff.
Facts.
But then you stand in the frame of the door.
Okay.
I don't know. Like that's supposed to protect you too. Maybe there's some
everything else
video
will come falling down around you, like, and you still standing there.
Yeah. I just feel like I was in the worst area.
You was at the bottom of the house.
So then now I just go outside after a little while because it was like 20 seconds. So I go outside and then my contractors pull up and I'm like, y'all felt that? And they're like, no, man, no, Kadim. I was like, y'all ain't feel that? So the post office workers walking by, I can hear the tenant. She's screaming. She's like, "Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
Y'all feel that?" So I was like, "Dang!" You know, we go back on the phone, and then Googling is like, earthquake.
Yep.
But we haven't had one since what, 2011 or something like that. On the east side.
I think so. It was a long time ago, and I remember that one, but it wasn't the one that we had that time. Wasn't as bad as this one. This one was crazy. Like I was like, and it lasted for a minute. Like I'm like, it really. And then we had another one.
Okay.
We had another one around 6 o'clock. I was sitting in my
yes. I heard
and
that.
I was like, it's an aftershock.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, come on, guy. Is this the way you about to take us out? You about
Honestly,
to
man,
prove a
like,
point?
You know, it's time.
For sure.
It's time for Jesus to come back.
He about to be like,
I don't want to be crazy. I wish you just, rapture us up and we just all. That's what I should have did. I should have made some calls to make sure, you ain't raptured up. Hold on. Because there's one person I know.
You're going to have to explain that to me. What's the rapture? Because I don't know. What do you mean?
What religion are you?
I'm not religious.
Yeah,
Am I spiritual? I believe in God, yes.
So the rapture is when Jesus comes back. But during that time, he brings people up into like, I don't want to say middle passage of heaven, but heaven.
Okay.
And then the world goes through the Armageddon. But the people got raptured up who believe in him. Oh. And then there's a final judgment.
So the rest of us, we...
Hey, Auntie Other.
Hi, what's going on?
Everything good?
You have earthquake?
Yeah, but I wanted to call you to make sure it wasn't a rapture.
rapture.
Okay. So
We're still here.
I want to.
Still here. If I am not caught up, trust me. It
Okay.
ain't a rapture.
There you go. I wanted to make sure. I was like, if there's one person I need to call to make
yo.
sure I ain't miss it.
That you didn't get left.
Yeah, it's Auntie Other for sure.
You didn't get left. You didn't get left.
I appreciate it. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. We recording the podcast. We recording the podcast.
Going to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
one day I need to be on your podcast.
You're on it now.
Yeah, don't worry. You're gonna be on there. You're gonna make it.
Yeah, I want to make it. I want to make your podcast journey, man. Come on now.
I appreciate you.
Yes. Tell the gang that put me on the podcast.
Gang in there.
Will
I got
do.
something to say too.
I know. We got to talk about the rapture
I got
though.
a whole lot to say.
Now we got to talk about the rapture.
That's right. We're gonna talk about the rapture.
There we go.
Yep.
Because some of you ain't making it.
Wow. How you gonna do it like that, Auntie Other?
That's crazy.
Trust me. I probably don't even make it.
Hey, don't say that, man. I was just trying to say that you were the one that I needed.
Hey, yo.
Oh boy.
No, trust me, I'm making it.
There you go.
I don't know about you all, but I am making it.
Okay.
I'm preparing myself for that rapture.
All right. Auntie Other.
I'm getting my ticket in, huh?
Auntie Other, let me call you back.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Later.
Bye. Yeah, she ain't pick up.
He was like, it's quiet for that.
Yeah, she pray hard.
I
Pray
listen.
hard. But I want it to be fast. I want the rapture to be quick.
So
Earthquake and all that
okay.
stuff. Tsunamis. That's probably my biggest fear.
Is being in that and dying
A
that
big
way.
tsunami come and hit you.
You gonna die.
It ain't quick.
You don't know that.
It gotta be quick for me.
You might
You
get
all drowning.
you might get knocked in the head with something that's coming through with the
That would be a
tsunami.
blessing.
So you gonna die quick.
That would be a blessing.
I was gonna die fast today because I was in my bed. If the apartment came tumbling down, I was going, and I wasn't gonna feel it. I was gonna be asleep.
That's nice.
Yep.
Tsunami coming, I'm sleeping. I like that.
Yeah. Well.
Well, let's see who's not going to be raptured up. P Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, the freak monster, got his house raided this week. One in Miami, and what's the other one at? Was it LA?
L.A.
LA?
And
Yeah. First of all,
he was on a plane to the Caribbean.
yeah. How rich these people are on that Star Island, bro. Like the houses, what I saw, I was like, what a community. And then there was one video of, I don't know how this hood booger got in there. They're like looking at Diddy's house, as the raid is going on. And one guy, I think he pulls up in like either a Lambo or like a Porsche or something. He rolls down his window. Yeah, man, I be seeing Diddy all the time. Bring some young girls in there, man. Y'all gotta get him.
Tell him stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. He be like buses, like big ass buses. You just see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be.
I saw. I'm like, yo.
He wanted
the
his
coonery is
15
foolishness.
seconds of fame. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, now you see all the it's
Oh,
all
the
in the mirror.
cameras
Now,
and all that
now
stuff.
you want to say, yeah, I be seeing him bring young girls, but you probably be
by the busload,
you
dog.
probably be participating in them festivities too.
Yeah, it's
His
dirty
name
work.
probably in this court docket.
So let me. I felt a little bit back. My feelings about Diddy has gone back and forth, and now I think I feel bad. I feel
Why?
bad that let's just say because he hasn't been.
Right. So he's still innocent
guess-
until proven guilty.
Yeah, he hasn't been not charged, but like there's no
They
criminal
didn't
prosecution on him
he's
yet.
not arrested. They didn't arrest him for anything.
Yeah, he's free.
So
But I'm just saying, like the tarnishment, like I
the
think back.
allegations are crazy.
But I think back about like all of our heroes that we might have black-wise, right? And I'm not saying Diddy's a hero, but he definitely is a pioneer in music and
Right.
pushed this hip-hop stuff. And I feel like every time we have somebody, there's an asterisk that's next to them. And granted, Diddy might be a freak monster. and he deserves the asterisk because he does some illicit activities, right?
True.
But that's that man's business.
True.
Right? If we look at some of, like, I was watching a video the other day of some type of drag show contest that was going on in the middle of the street, grown men in thongs, wigs, and all this other stuff, right? That's not freak monster behavior, but Diddy having, let's say it is consensual and he wants 40 dudes to take it to Cassie. Like, what?
Go.
That's what he wants to do.
Okay.
And I don't like I said, if she's with it and it's consensual.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Cause I'm like, it's hard in these situations when you want to make sure that you are being sensitive to all the parties that are involved. Because then they start to say, okay, you're victim shaming. And it's like, nah, I think we need to start like holding people accountable because
not even that, just prove people are guilty.
Right.
That's
and it's hard. But in these situations, it's always hard to do that. It's always hard to prove whether somebody was forced to do something that they didn't want to do or whether they actually wanted to do it.
The hard part of proving somebody, that's not my problem, right?
Right. Yeah.
The easy thing is just throw slander, get the public against you.
For sure.
And then we're watching a public lynching. It's a different type of lynching, right? It's the white folk who used to bring us to the tree, hang us, and make an example of everybody. Now it's like black people dragging their own people through Twitter without any evidence of like this will happen. And once again, if the man is guilty and the evidence is there,
we're all for it.
Do what you got to do. But I just hate to see like the bad boy empire tarnished because I'm like, what else black do we have that's like that's there?
Yeah.
And everybody gets tagged with this. First of all, I thought being homosexual was okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess not. Is it?
It's fine. If that's what you are, that's what you find. It's fine.
But every time a black man does something sus, they get the most ridicule.
Yeah, but if they're, I mean, I guess because people feel like they're entitled to know what somebody's sexuality is. And sometimes,
even if you know, white men don't get dragged like this.
Oh, yeah. Again, we said it. We said that black people are the reason we drag each other.
I don't know. Let me rephrase that then. I think what they've done, the system, is made it more suitable for black people to hang their own. It used to be the whites. Yeah. Now they're like, no, we're going to use your own people to do it and ridicule you, and your brand will be tarnished.
Because you're going to do it. Y'all going to tarnish each other anyway.
Now, what's crazier to me is like Diddy had the lawsuit with DeLeon, the liquor company, back in, I think, 2023, maybe in August or whatever. And they settled February of 2024.
And then all of this stuff starts to happen.
All this stuff's just coming out.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird timing. And then I feel like, I think we said this before, a lot of people were saying it. I think Diddy knew this was coming because he tried to transform into Brother Love and the Love album. Let me give people their masters back.
Yeah.
You know, trying to sell Revolt and all these different things.
Yeah, I think he was like, he started to get a hint that something was happening. And I also think like, I feel like Cassie
was on his neck.
And not even on his neck, but I'm looking at her in a different light too, because I'm like, let me be careful with how I say this.
Yeah, I'm not always got to be.
I'm not victim shaming. Well, actually, I really don't have to be careful because I don't care what y'all say and how y'all take it. That's on y'all. Mm-hmm. But you were in this relationship with this man for as long as you were in this relationship with this man. Decade. Right. And then you decide to whatever agreement they had in their relationship, sign whatever NDAs, however it went. And then now all of a sudden, I think she realized that the block was getting hot. So let me protect myself.
Let me get mine off.
Exonerate myself from these things and come at you.
No,
but it's like...
I taking it a step further from what you're saying, she's part of it.
Yes.
And I think like these people that were like, oh, Diddy, you think you can stand on your own? No. Like, okay, we're going to get Cassie. And I think Cassie's now husband, like I said, these are all allegedly. But you don't leave Diddy take up a guy who's a trainer. He ain't got no motion. He ain't got no money. You ain't dropping another album.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying for this to just come out.
And I'm like,
anywhere.
And then I'm like, my thing is, regardless of what it's all of the truth is going to come out. So if she was enabling that behavior, if she was in on it with whatever they were doing, she needs to be held accountable too. Because we can't, and I understand it's a slippery slope because it's like, well, she was also a victim because he probably forced her. And I understand this. Trust me, I get it. But I'm stuck on also, let's be real here. Mm. Because
what's the real part?
We're adults. Now, granted, somebody can force you, gunpoint, threaten you with all of these things. And I understand that. That's absolutely, so you kind of fear for your life or whatever the case may be. But it's just so funny how you conveniently don't fear for your life now and you ready to blow everything.
That's what I'm saying.
At this point, because now you're like, okay, you got these lawyers backing you. You got whatever documents you sign. You got all of these things. But when you were in it and you was benefiting off of whatever was coming your way, yeah. Now all of a sudden that things don't go your way, or you feel like, oh God, he's about to go down, so you going down with him too because you were also doing these things allegedly that he was doing. You were attending these alleged parties and these freak fests and all of these things that are allegedly being talked about, but you want to protect yourself. Okay, cool. That's fine, protect yourself. But I also want justice to be served to you too, because there were victims that you partook in things that they probably didn't want to do. Yeah. So now you need to be held accountable too. Yeah. Don't know how it's going to work or whatever, but you don't just try to put it all on Diddy. Like, I feel like everybody is an adult and you have a choice. Now, granted, you might be scared on the back end, like if you're trying to promote your album or you're trying to be an artist and you like, dang, if I tell Diddy no, that's going to mess up. Then you need to think about that.
Yeah.
Is it worth your pride and your dignity and your self-respect to say, okay, I'm going to do something that I know I don't want to do because my power, my drive to want to be a singer or be an artist in an industry that you already see is terrible is outweighing everything. So you ready to sell your soul. And then when things don't go your way, now you want to say, well, he or she forced me to do this. And my career was at stake. So I had to choose between my career and my life.
Yeah.
Please make it make sense.
I don't know. I think, it's just going to be a weird time moving forward. But like, aside from like the victims, aside for,
right.
What about the music? Am I going to be able to listen to Victory again? With Biggie and Puffy? Busta Rhymes?
That's another thing.
I'm a real life from front to back.
Right.
In the world where the fuck you at?
Because you can't, because now it's like, okay, a lot of people like to just like with R. Kelly, they like to separate.
Are we not going to listen to
So what they say is I'm separating Robert from R. Kelly. Yeah. And it's like, I hear what you're saying and I understand that, but I don't listen to R. Kelly's music anymore.
More Money, More Problems?
But I'm
I can't play that ever again?
I listen. It's going to be a tough, because they have a major impact, because even if they're not like directly on it, they wrote it, they produced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now it's like a lot of the music that we have. Yeah, you're going to cancel the whole thing. Like a whole era.
I think, so now that's the bad boy piece. I even think about Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons is a wild bull.
So the thing about it is, I'm like, I feel like this is like the tip of the iceberg. I feel like Diddy is right now, and then we're going to see who else is coming. Because he not to say he going to be a snitch, but he ain't the only one he's not the only one that's been doing whatever these alleged things. Like, it's known in the industry that a lot of these people are in higher positions and higher powers and all of these things.
What I mean about the Russell part, right? It's like you can build something. Mm-hmm. I know you would never do this, but let's just say we right. podcast millionaires,
right?
We brands is popping all of a sudden, and then next thing you know, I wake up, Twitter going crazy, IG. Yaz puts out a piece and says, without my name, I was dogged out this whole podcast. What? I got no video evidence. I got no video evidence. No nothing. You know what I'm saying? What do I do?
Yeah.
And then
Gotta
each
take it
text
from the
messages gets read all crazy. Like, what did you mean? Like, come over at
Right.
7:30 p.m.
Right.
to
And that's
record.
this is
record what? Like, that's where I'm like, man. I look at Russell and how they make him look so crazy. Now he's done some crazy things. He said some crazy things, but the man didn't know he was getting recorded on the phone.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And now with Diddy, I hope he has tapes.
And the thing about it is, even if they are getting recorded on the phone or whatever, it's like these are 9 times out of 10 these people. This is a character. This is a character trait of these people. So you knew that this person, i.e. Russell Simmons, was this way before. Like you figured out who he was. So now you want to record him to expose the world to who he is. And it's like, but he's been this way. He's not being no other way than the way that he is. And how dare you try to record?
Which also doesn't make it right.
Right, of course
but
not.
Nip it in the butt.
Exactly.
There. Let's say we're gonna go to the police right now.
Right. What you building up a case? They want to RICO him.
Thank you.
They want to RICO him.
So,
that's why.
So this is where I'm like with the Diddy thing. It's like I said, if he's a monster,
right,
whatever, bro, take him down.
Right.
But I'm like,
and now you don't know who was like, if people were planted here to try to, because the feds are very crafty, very, very crafty. They're not going to move until they have a case.
Yeah.
And they are going to sit and build and build and build.
But you got to be an idiot if that's the case. So you got to be an idiot if you
but
fall for the bait,
that's why they pay informants.
Yeah.
So you get somebody to infiltrate because they want this person so bad. You get somebody to infiltrate so they can prove or disprove that this person is however these allegations are coming. So you never know if people in Diddy's camp were working with the feds the entire time. And that's the sad part.
But that shouldn't even matter.
What you mean?
It shouldn't matter if you have an informant or not, because what is he doing that is wrong? Like if the informant is flying, people from here and there, and they know they're being forced to do things they don't want to do, that informant broke the law. You know what I'm saying? But now if you're just watching it, okay. Yeah. But come with charges.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm seeing in the docket and everything like that, just small stuff like, all right, controlled substances being brought on the plane,
right.
Weed or whatever. But it's like, we really brought Homeland Security
for that.
Just for that. You know
yeah, and that's why I'm like, you brought Homeland Security, and I think like it was like trafficking charges that they were talking about too. And it's just like, that's a huge allegation to put on somebody. And if it's just an allegation, the fact that he's not, y'all don't have him in custody,
it's weird.
It's crazy to me.
It's weird.
Because that's trafficking. Yeah. Like,
it's weird. And then for y'all dummies online, please look up these charges and terms before you even like.
Right. Please don't come in the comments. Right. Please.
I think people think human trafficking is just like did he have a trail of kids or something like that?
Right.
Like,
no.
None of that. It's some stuff where like it could be as simple as this. You have an escort that she works in California. You're in Texas. She's your eater.
Yeah.
Yo, come to
you flying
Houston.
her out.
She gets irate and angry because of some, I don't know, she don't have the drug that she wanted or whatever, right?
She wasn't.
She loses it on you. The cops come and she says, "Oh, he brought me out here." Oh, cops could be like, oh,
trafficking.
Human trafficking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then once again, the reason why I'm like this or so passionate about it is because I think as a black man, it's insane how quick these charges could be brought up against you and you're not even doing anything. And then when you look at your white counterparts, not saying that this is okay, but when you look at your white counterparts, they're not treated the same way and they're not villainized the same way.
Because
it makes me so mad.
Epstein?
Yeah.
That Epstein Island type of situation. Like, that list is long, but nobody.
Bro, we can't even get the list. You can't even Google the list.
Not anymore.
You can't even Google flight logs,
But you sure can Google Diddy's court documents and everything.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you can't get that list.
I want everybody to look what they. Just pay attention to what's going on.
Right.
Pay attention to. I don't think there is a black man right now. I think there's two. And you could tell me if I'm wrong. LeBron James, Steph Curry.
That what? What is
that we got? Maybe Dr. Umar Johnson? That's not wildin'? We have no like black icon like figures that have this asterisk on them yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then God forbid if you have a baby other than your wife, and like, now you're a super villain. You know what I'm saying? You're a super villain. So you do that. Like look how that one small thing turns the whole community against you.
Yeah. I mean, it's very easy. You black people aren't loyal. I don't care. I said it.
Y'all is Latina.
Yeah. First of all, no, I am black. Y'all, what?
Really?
Yes. Y'all be screaming loyalty, 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 and y'all. I don't even think that y'all even know what the definition of loyalty is. And even
Speaking of loyalty,
what it is.
So how you feel about the freak off attendees not even saying anything?
The what?
The freak off attendees.
Oh,
people who go into these parties.
I think that's it's like when you throw rocks and try to hide your hand. That's what y'all doing now. Y'all was partaking. It was all popping bottles and oh, it was fun and oh, you know, you on this you on Diddy guest list and y'all going to these brunches and these parties and these things or whatever.
Nation brunch.
Yeah. Whatever. All of these y'all doing all of these
toast.
Y'all doing all of these things and y'all partying with Diddy on his yachts and all of this stuff. And it's like now it's crickets. And not even to disprove or whatever about whatever is being done, but y'all ain't saying nothing. And y'all do, I'm pretty sure they probably scared because they know that they know that they was in attendance. So they know that their name is going to come up one way or another.
Yeah.
In these conversations, in court documents, in all of these things. But it's like, it's all cool when he up. And I say he, and I'm using he as a generalized statement for whoever. It's all cool when they up. But then when they down, y'all just like, damn, they probably ain't gonna put no money on this man books. They probably sitting there kicking his back in. Exactly. They probably sitting there like, he is a monster. But you a monster too.
You know what it is right now too? It's like, for instance, Usher. I know Usher's in a crazy position. Mm-hmm. He just came off the Super Bowl run. Mm-hmm. But as a man, you gotta come out and say, bro, that's my guy. He ain't doing nothing. Like, the statement should be rolling in.
Yeah.
People should be coming out of the woodwork to say, this ain't true. Nah. Shorty right here, willing. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It makes, you know, personally, as a learning lesson, it just makes me, like, trust what I'm doing and not having a wide group of friends. Mm-hmm. Like, when I have something at my place or, like, I'm having I don't want the people that know me by affiliation around. You know what I'm saying? I want people to actually put some years in. We did something or like because this is weird, bro.
Because when you start to bring everybody to functions, everybody doesn't mesh well, and then what is common and normal for us, normal behavior for us, other people might not like that. So. Not that, and I'm not saying that we be doing wild things, but I'm just saying,
Thank
like,
you for cleaning
like,
it up.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're not used to a certain environment, i.e., whatever it is, when you come around and you're in that environment, you like, oh, these niggas really be wilding, and it's like, no, this is not wilding behavior. Like, you're just not used to it. But
I'll give you one clear cut example, right? We get almost obliterated drunk, and you know it. Don't be pulling your phone out. That's some weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, we get on the mics, we start freestyling and doing our thing and having fun. I won't name names of who likes to do those things, but that's just what we do. Now, if you're a newcomer, we may do it and you might feel weird, like play the damn music, blah, blah, blah. But no, this is how we do our thing.
We're having fun.
Weird to us. No, so normal to us, weird to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but no one should be like at the next day talking about, man, that guy was stupid drunk talking on the mic on some retarded stuff. But somebody's gonna like out of my friend group will go and be like, oh, that's just how Kadeem gets down. He just likes to have fun, shoot ish on the mic. He gave you a chance to be on the mic. He didn't want to do it.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So now going to the Diddy example, being very careful, it's like I know Diddy makes people uncomfortable. like you saw the Fabulous interview with Jadakiss. I know he makes those guys very uncomfortable, and they might not be in those parties at that time. Even you see a clip of Enes talking about he didn't fit the aesthetic or whatever. And Enes could be lying too. You just a guy from Philly, like. You feel me? Like, all these people now come out of woodwork because they get paid a little $500 to be on a podcast and say something.
For sure.
We know what it is.
Yep.
But I'm just like, dang, like Usher, Beyonce. I know Jay-Z ain't gonna say nothing.
No.
Jay-Z, he be quick to like, I don't know him.
For sure. because he has to protect his empire. But it's like, where was this protection when you were doing deals and doing music and all of these things? Where was that integrity that you had? If that was the case, you should have never been rocking with him in the first place.
Yeah.
If he is as heinous and as monstrous as y'all are making him out to be and saying that he's been doing this for years, why were y'all cultivating relationships? Why did you guys allow him to reach the peak that he reached? Why did y'all allow him to touch the money that he was able to touch? Why did y'all allow him to take
the game?
Exactly. Why did y'all allow him to have the power that he had?
This is what makes so much sense to me. That's why like the brands are getting their revenge back on Diddy for bucking. And it's like, oh, why would you sue Deleon? Why are you telling us it's racial? Blah, blah. You hurting our brand, Diddy. Like, relax. Well, you know what? Let's put him back in his place.
Yeah, now we about to make an example out of him.
Let's put him back in his place. He's
you came for me, now I'm coming for everything.
And let's make sure. And honestly, it's Diddy's fault because if that's his behavior and that's what he likes to do, it's an easy tool to turn and use against you.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I don't see that happen until like, for instance, 50. I don't see 50. You know, I think 50's probably a very normal guy. We don't know what the allegations are going to be against him if it comes to him, but you know, I don't see his brand deals turning sour like that, and then they're attacking him on that sexual stuff. They might use something else.
Well, I mean, the mother of his child.
His first one?
No, the second one.
She went and yeah.
So
there you go.
We gonna see how this going. We gonna see how this going to crumble
50
because
ripping them a new one, boy.
If that's the case and she's coming out and she's saying these things, he needs to. The same thing needs to happen to him. Lose everything he got. Because she's saying he beat her and he did all of these things and these are allegations.
No, but this is what I'm saying. It's so crazy. When a woman gets mad, I told you that's what he came at her first.
50. And, yes,
yeah.
It was saying something about whatever she was doing with Diddy.
No, she violated. She went to Diddy. She was dating Diddy.
Yes, she had but her and 50 weren't together.
Yes, we talked about this before.
What?
You can't go to the rival. You understand that, right?
I understand what you're saying, but
okay,
I'm
50's baby mom.
Yes.
Can't talk to Rick Ross.
If he
can't talk to Diddy. Done.
I didn't
Floyd
know
Mayweather.
that.
Done.
I didn't know that Diddy and 50 were beefing.
It's just rivalry. Diddy and 50. I don't think Diddy ever went at 50, but 50's always been on this guy's
But 50's
neck.
always been on everybody's neck.
Correct.
So that's the thing.
So whenever,
you can't
but listen,
date nobody outside of 50.
Ladies, whenever your man says something about some other man, please just get out your mind to ever be with that other guy.
Well, I mean,
what kind of thing is that to do?
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying, like, if you're in look at the industry as their community as it is, or whatever the case may be, and everybody is dating basically everybody. Yeah. It's just that's
Diddy's
the celebrity.
Dating her because that's 50's baby mom. Okay. That's the only reason.
Okay, they got a baby together, don't they?
Who? The baby mom and Diddy?
You
gotta Google that.
Because I don't know if that little girl is.
You gotta Google that. That would be crazy.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that, guys.
Yeah, just Google it first before we go into that. But you have to, I gotta make it very clear.
No, I understand.
That's an op.
No, okay, I understand that. So what I'm saying is I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that was an op.
I didn't know that.
So now, like, Diddy dates her because that's 50's situation. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to embarrass 50. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't. I mean, that's not the way to go. You shouldn't do that. But I just feel like the woman scorn, right? You go back.
Yeah.
Now, 50 beat me, 50 blah blah. What do women usually say? Little dick. quick timing. He broke. That's why your friends talk trash on you. Am I missing something that women usually? There's like stages of what women say to niggas when they leave them. You want to add anything?
No, no. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yes, because
have you said any of these? Dick little, finish fast. You ain't got no money. That's why none of your friends like you. So there's something you said. What have you said? I'm missing one.
I don't say that.
Okay, what's the one you say?
It has nothing to do with like. I don't even let me think about this because.
Come on, right at the tip of your tongue. Come on.
No, because that's that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna attack. Like that's dumb. When girl.
You're just like your dad. That's what women say. That's what women say. So they either attack your lineage, your father.
Yeah, I mean, if you sitting there saying you
anything
hate that
with
man,
your
you
family,
just like him.
Like that's why you don't talk to your mom. Something harsh like that, and it's usually that last one that get them punched in the head. So leave it alone at that. But women leave. They go through those 5 stages of whatever they want to attack you with, and then because they don't have that like big backing or that big fan base to attack you, all that stuff fizzles out. But now it's very different when there's a brand or there's a gossip machine that, you know, people can pay to just ridicule you all day. So imagine Neighborhood Talk, Shade Room, TMZ. It's just a constant barrage whenever one person says something to amplify things. I'm gonna give you another example, right? Rick Ross's baby mom. She's getting really popular getting real popular on Twitter. Not Twitter.
I didn't even realize
TikTok.
who she was. I didn't even know that they had a kid.
She
together.
looks crazy, and she just does crazy things. But I respect her hustle. She's doing that to get her following and try to get some money in her pocket. But no one's paying attention to her as you're Rick Ross's baby mom. You're just a crazy person that's affiliated with Rick Ross. No one's even taking your stuff serious. You see what I'm saying? But if she had a megaphone or a brand that was trying to attack Rick Ross, I could see how they sit her down. You're going to do this. We're going to pump these stories to these media outlets.
Right.
We're going to put you up there. We need you to tell. Could you get us more people that he's beefing with or blah, blah. And it becomes this thing that's out of control. Oh, so I'm giving you 50's baby mom, Rick Ross's baby mom. Even when 50 pulled Rick Ross's other baby mom into the beef with Floyd Mayweather, that didn't really catch traction like that. But it's just weird. Cassie, the one person talking about freak offs, was able to pull this off. And it's just making me scratch my head like something's wrong here. Yeah. And like I said, if Diddy's a monster, he's a freak. Right. He's a freaky fraud.
Let's be clear. We want him to
go to jail. Exactly. Do what you got to do.
Be held accountable.
Some just don't sit right with me.
I just want everybody to be held accountable. Honestly. All of y'all, all of y'all that was in on it, that went to those parties, that was watching and didn't say nothing.
Participating.
Participating. All of y'all need to be held accountable, not just Diddy.
But once again, I just think that's Diddy level. You know how much other things are probably going on with government officials, judges.
Oh, for sure. That's why. And I said to myself, I said, I wonder what this is like, what kind of domino effect this is going to have, because he's not the only one. He's definitely, he's not the first. He's not the last, and it's still happening. And I feel like some of these people that everybody idolizes and it's very popular definitely got some dark secrets with them. Yeah. They just have not come out yet. Yeah, I wholeheartedly stand by. They be living in another world, and it's a dark world over there. And it's all it takes is for the right person to say something, and the right person to listen, and the right person to take off with it. And then you got something. And then the other ones, they just going to let it fall by the wayside. And it's crazy. So I'm like, I don't trust none of them. I think that all of them are freaky frogs. All of them.
Ruining the name.
All of them. And then like, it's unfortunate because on the flip side of it, it's like people actually enjoy doing these things. So to make them victims of circumstances of things that they like to do is crazy. If you like to be in orgies, the hell you wasn't a victim. That's what you like doing.
That's what Diddy should do. He should he needs to start trolling. Be like, yo, why y'all sex shaming me?
If you like being dominated and all of this stuff during sex, then that's what you like. How are you going to sit on a stand and prove or disprove that you were taken advantage of when you like to be choked. You like to be tied up. You like to be gagged. You like to be all of these things. And now that it's maybe dollar signs or whatever is behind it, you like, well, on second thought, that one time I didn't really want him to pull it that tight, and he did. And but the 100 other times you was with it, like, what? Make it make sense.
I'll leave you with this. Do you know how much the girl that's suing Donald Trump just got awarded?
I didn't even know a girl was suing Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, Donald Trump getting sued.
I mean, he needs to be
day.
sued all the time, but I feel like that's a person that's untouchable. He gets to do whatever he wants to do.
What's the Cassie lawsuit at?
That's a good question. Did they ever disclose that
It was
amount?
like 30 million. But check it on your end. So I'll leave y'all with this. Donald Trump. So jury finds Trump liable for this is last year. I want the new one. Jean Carroll and the $83 million verdict on Donald Trump. This girl is the oldest woman you ever see in your life.
30. Yeah, you were right. 30 million.
30 million. This girl got 83.
And my thing is, when you get that much money, right? I guess it's because that's like them settling out instead of taking it to trial.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood how, okay, you got awarded this amount. It doesn't exonerate them of the things that they were charged with or that you were complaining about. So how does that doesn't make them exempt? That still makes them a victimizer or, guilty, right, of what they were being accused of. Or does it not because they settled out? If he didn't say that he was guilty.
Well, there's these weird things, and I wish we had a lawyer to talk to.
Yeah,
like fault, no fault type of stuff.
That's curling.
So it's not a charge, right? It's not like criminal things.
Right.
Now you're in like punitive court for damages.
Yeah.
So it's are you at fault or not at fault?
Oh, okay.
So if
That's
she
a
felt like
slippery slope.
she was abused, are you at fault for it? And in this case, the verdict this joint happened in 1996. 1996.
She got $83 million.
83 million paid. You know what I'm saying? So once again, though,
That's so crazy.
let's not be stupid. The reason why this is happening to Donald Trump, he's running again.
Yeah.
They're trying to find everything to pull him out of this race.
Right, for sure. For sure.
Everything to
It's-
pull him out of this race.
yeah,
It's a machine
yeah,
behind
that-
these people
that
that
in
get
itself
these
is
big
crazy.
payouts and try to hurt these guys. And once again, feel how you feel about Donald Trump, but this doesn't make sense. 1996. So we're saying
Don't we have a statute of limitations?
it's coming up, but she did the same thing
she-
Cassie did.
She waited till the least
Well,
part.
that's what I'm saying. It's a strategy here.
Yikes, this is crazy.
So now for me, right, I'd be worried. We're on the pod doing whatever. And then
see
somebody
this and they like, oh, you think you about
What?
to blow up?
what is that? And like I said, guys, I'll put it on record. I have not done anything crazy. But I get scared, bro. I get scared. Somebody go back in the college archive and be like, you did this to me. And then I have nothing.
I mean, it could happen.
have
It could
nothing.
happen either way. I mean, it could happen to me, not in that aspect, but it could happen to me too. Like people are listen to what I'm saying. People are very wicked. So as opposed to saying I touched them or did something, no. But if you want to be like, well, she said she was racist. I'm not racist, but you gonna pull up something that I said, okay. But you trying to take it to be like, okay, well, y'all shouldn't hire her. She shouldn't work for you guys. Da 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 da. It's still the same, I'm just saying you can
That's
be attacked.
why I'm trying to get
whatever.
rich enough in real estate where it don't matter. I have all my properties on my personal name, so government can't get it, and we out of here. My Lord,
Bye.
take that.
No, wait, yo, don't take that.